Yes. Oh, I know. Oh, sorry. Okay. Brother Men? Brother Den.
Question about Genesis chapter 4. How can we prove that Cain is not the son of Adam?
Okay. How do we know? How do we prove that Cain is not
Not
the son of Adam?
Adam because this verse
Says Adam knew Eve his wife and she conceived and bare Cain.
yes.
Okay. The proof is in the genealogy. So take note in Genesis 4:1. Just because Adam knew Eve, she conceived,
Bear Cain.
bare Cain. Is that over? That's not the whole story. Take note in verse 2. There is verse 2. Verse 2, she bare again his brother Abel. So, the conception of Eve and giving birth also connects to Abel. Also connects to Abel. And when you compare Genesis 4:25, I check if I'm not have numbers. Adam knew Eve, his wife, again. Again. If that is again, that's the second time around. Cain and Abel are brothers, are twin brothers, fraternally, not identical twins. Identical means they came from the same family. But fraternal, they're just, they share one womb. They just share one womb. There are different kinds of twins, but let's talk about Cain and Abel. Here, Adam was given another seed instead of Abel. So, if Seth is another seed, then is Cain not his seed? That's the proof. Just because you read Adam knew his wife and she conceived and bare Cain, and you cut the verse there to prove that he is the father. Did you know what David tried to do with Uriah and Bathsheba? He tried to cover up. He tried to make Uriah sleep with Bathsheba. He made him drunk. Why? To cover up his seed inside Bathsheba. He knew he will be discovered if Uriah did not sleep with Bathsheba. But if Uriah slept with Bathsheba, if Uriah could think it's his own child. The same thing today. Not because you slept with that person, it's automatically your child. There is what we call a covering up. It's taking place today. David tried that before. Same thing here. Now, I'm not saying Adam didn't know about anything about that. There's another wording. Huh?
There is a message inside that happened from the first word.
There's the message.
Was that type of the first word?
That is apologetic way. Let's go to the polemic way. We are under scrutiny for polemics. And this is the answer. The evidence. The evidence is the wording of Eve. I have gotten a man to the Lord. From the Lord. Why is it from the Lord? She did not expect him to be born to have the She knows it is not from Adam. It's like Eve. Sorry, it's like Mary. I've gotten a man from the Lord. Okay? Of course, although this seems like supernatural, like Semiramis from God came, at that time Eve was innocent. But she knows this is accidental, this should not have happened. And she was saved from that curse. That child has a curse. Genesis 3:16, the curse of her childbearing will have some suffering. In pain and sorrow will bring forth children. So the curse on Cain, bearing Cain, is what she meant. I got a man from the help of the Lord because there is a curse in bearing the child of sin. Now let's talk about the evidence. Verse 1, verse 2, she bore 2 children. Verse 25, she was given another seed for Adam. And another proof, chapter 5, birthdays. In chapter 5, 1 downwards, the genealogy of Adam. Why is Cain not included in the genealogy of Adam? It is because Cain was not really in the genealogy of Adam. Cain's genealogy was in 4:17 to 25. See? So that's the proof. Additional proof, if you can look at your apostolic doctrine tract. Another proof, Chronicles 1. 1 Chronicles 1. There is the genealogy. Now, why is Cain not included? Is it because he was sinful? That's not the basis. If we have sinful children having their firstborn written. So, it's much more deeper than that. Brother Men.
Is it okay to say that the Logos dwells on Jesus Christ?
Okay. Before we go to Logos, any more questions? No more? Regarding this? Okay, follow up. No more? Okay, let's go to Logos. What is your question? Logos is?
Logos is part of God. But Logos dwelleth in Jesus Christ. Is Jesus Christ the Logos or not?
Those statements are not wrong, but sometimes it will be misunderstood. Logos is the thought of God, the mind of God. Now, he said, the Logos dwelt in Jesus Christ, in his baptism. If there's nothing wrong with the term, but you have to understand Bible language includes spirit. The Spirit of God indwelt His Son. That's the Bible. Is it contradictory to Logos dwelling in Christ? No, wrong. Now, is it contradictory to say Jesus Christ is also the Logos of God? The baby is the Logos of God. But he said that, someone said the baby is not God, but potentially God. Now, listen to this. Logos represents the mind of God. When this mind is expressed into His creation, as His children, as the world, is that God Himself? Or just an expression of God? Of course, this is a building made by God. So, we have to water the trees, the air. They're made by God. They're the creation of God. But they express the eternal Godhead. Romans chapter 1, verse 17, 18, 19, 20. So, is God in creation? Yes. Is creation God? No. It's part of God's manifestation or expression of Himself. Introduction of Himself. Now, let's go to the word Logos. The baby, the son that grew up, that was indwelt by God Himself, is also the Logos of God. When you say Logos of God, does not necessarily exactly mean it's God Himself. Only. It's God Himself and also not God Himself. When you say the two things contrary to each other. It's God because it's introduction of God. It's like the Bible, it talks about Jesus Christ. That's Jesus Christ. But you understand what I'm saying? When you say the Bible is Jesus Christ, but it's not Jesus Christ, but the letter about Jesus Christ. The same thing. The Logos is God in the sense that it introduces God Himself. It shows Himself. It's a reflection of Himself. But it's not He Himself. It's just a mirror image of Himself. So, a few minutes before 50 minutes. So, the Logos indwelling the Son, there's nothing wrong. But the Bible terminology is the Spirit of God. Bible terminology, God Himself to indwell His Son. So, there's nothing wrong with terminology. What is important is the right understanding. Now, the biblical terminology gives us more Bible understanding. How many minutes left, Parmesan?
3 minutes.
3 minutes left.
Father God said that Jesus Christ become God, 100% God, 100% man, because he is part of the Logos, of that Logos before. He expresses his mind, his mind. So the Logos is the extension of the I am, extension.
There's nothing wrong with those terminologies.
So Jesus
we
Christ
have to understand. Okay.
Not because God dwelt on Jesus Christ,
but because
he is part of God.
He is the Logos of God.
You're like extreme oneness that there's no really independent conscious thought of the Son. Like Adam, like you and me, we have independent conscious thought. We can worship God. But if Jesus Christ does not have His own independent thought, He is worse than us. He is just a figment, it's just a phantom, it's just an imaginary Son. The Son is just an idea. It's just a portrayal. The Son has no independent thought but to worship God. The Son, the second Adam, the last Adam, like the first Adam, has his own thoughts. He can pray to God. And I really read this from the internet. The one praying is also God. He's just putting on a show for us. Well then, you fall into the pitfalls of the oneness of the Trinitarians, wherein they think that God can make a show of Himself. God can pretend to be someone else. God could not lie, biblically. God could not lie. When He's mediating for another God, let's say He's God Himself, He's mediating for another God. So let me say something. Okay, ask question.
Another topic regarding to
How many minutes?
can God give His deity to His Son?
My glory will not share to another. If you read the context, it's about idols.
Oh.
But how about His children? He can.
We use the verses Matthew 28:19, Hebrews 1:2.
All powers given to me in heaven and earth. Are they all just put on a show? Are those verses a lie? Or He really received power from God? Good question. So no, of course not. He did not put on a show. It's really happening.
Is the word all power means all deity?
Deity is in Hebrews chapter 1 verse 3. His person, His hypostasis. The express image of the Father's hypostasis. Who is the Son? Being the express image of the Father's hypostasis. Deity. So, the Son has the deity of the Father.
Some level 1 did not believe that God gave His deity to His Son.
So that's the greatest mystery of the whole. It's not just to His Son, even to us, being partakers of His divine nature. That's what the Bible. Okay. Okay, how many minutes? Seconds?
15 seconds.
50 seconds.
10 seconds lang.
You want to go overtime? If you can go overtime, press another minute, another This is beyond